How are you guys doing? This is Mark Karaki of Impact Africa Network, Impact Africa Fund. Message for Silicon Savanna. You know, one of the things that's most important things in life is clarity and clear understanding, and because as everybody knows, lack of effective communication is what breaks down all kinds of organizations and relationships. So, with that said, one of the things that we need to kind of agree on is what is the definition of this word startup? What is a startup? You know, Paul Graham of Y Combinator wrote about this in a very famous article. And basically, he defined startup as startup equals growth. A startup, by definition, is a high growth entity. And this is different than anything else pretty much out there. And startup equals growth because technology makes that possible. So if, for example, you are starting up a small, if your goal as you start your company or your business or whatever it is that you're doing is to grow to about 10 to 20 employees, that is not a startup. That is a small business. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually awesome, right? If you're pursuing that type of end, it is important that you stop calling yourself a startup and start being very clear when you communicate what your intentions are. Because if you lump if a small business, if a business that has an end to have to become a small business in its life is intermingled with startups that have higher ambitions and higher goals, then it becomes very confusing for everybody. And we're not able to actually put the right energy, put the right kind of strategy, put the right kind of everything, even financing, behind the right situation. So this type of lack of clarity is causing a lot of confusion in Silicon Savanna, and it is part of the reason why we are not having these results that everybody has been promising and we have actually been hoping for over the years, because we are intermingling different types of ambitions and different types of goals from founders, right? Founders who really just want to grow a small lifestyle business, which is great. Intermingling with individuals who actually want to grow, who have higher ambitions. And we need to be very clear to define what is your intention. If your intention is to grow to 100 and to 1,000 employees, that is what a startup is. If your ambitions are to grow anywhere between 10, 20, maybe even up to 50 employees, that's a small business. And let's be clear about what your intentions are as a founder, so that people can actually categorize things better and energy can be driven, the right type of strategy, the right type of thinking, the right kind of support, the right type of expectations can be set for each one of these entities. Let's distinguish between startups and everything else. Again, if you're not looking to drive a high growth situation, then you are a small business, and that's fine, and stay on that side of the conversation. And if you're seriously and sincerely looking to build a significant franchise, even though you don't know how that will look down the road, but you have those intentions, then you're a startup. And so we need to kind of come to that agreement and that clarity in Silicon Savanna, so that we can actually start to cultivate the right type of outcomes in our ecosystem.